Welcome to the Freedom Property Podcast, the modern real estate brand empowering excellence. What is going on? Freedom Property Podcast show, we're back.
Exciting.
We've got a lovely guest here today. This is Emma Miller. Emma, welcome.
Hello, thank you. Thanks for
feeling?
having me. Really excited. A little bit nervous.
Have you ever done a podcast before?
I haven't, no.
Yeah, you just go with the flow, just have a chat.
Yeah, future real estate.
That's it. The goal of these podcasts is for you to just affect somebody that is listening to this, because you've got a good story, and you are you, and there'll be someone out there that's going to watch this today or listen to it and think, oh my God, this is me, and they're going to want to get into real estate, and you're going to inspire them. So, I think that that's what this is about. Yeah. That's all it's about today.
Yeah.
All right. So tell us a little bit about your life. So how old are you?
31.
31. That's nice. That's a great age. And what did you do before real estate?
So I was a travel agent for 8 years.
Nice.
So I worked for Flight Centre, booking dream holidays for people in the Redlands.
Fantastic. So you got out of school and you got straight into Flight Centre?
So when I left school, I did a little bit of sales. I did pharmacy makeup.
Yeah.
That's probably when I discovered that I enjoyed sales and really enjoyed talking to people. And then I actually started selling credit cards for David Jones.
Yeah, okay.
So I was 18 selling credit cards, telling people it was the best decision. So obviously it wasn't necessarily a product I enjoyed selling. And then I went into real estate, into Flight Centre.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, from there.
So what attracted you to Flight Centre?
Flight Centre was probably more like the culture of Flight Centre. They put a lot into us, and to be honest, it was more just I kind of fell into it a little bit, I suppose. And then I made global ball in my first year as a novice, so sold over $1 million worth of travel in my first year.
It's a lot of flights.
Yeah, it's a lot of travel, exactly.
Where was your destination of choice?
Where do I like to go? Probably Europe. Yeah,
nice.
Europe. You can fly there and you're in all these different countries and they're all completely different, but easy to travel to.
So you obviously learned a lot there, and you said before you were attracted to that because of culture.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
obviously got a good training and culture there at Flight Centre.
Yeah, so they cared about their people. They put a lot into us, and then we were sort of a little cult, really. We all just hung out with each other. It was flighties. We were the
awesome.
Lived, breathed, and took it all in. Yeah.
No wonder you like real estate so much, eh? So when did you make that transition to become a real estate agent?
Real estate was always my goal. So I knew I was always going to end up in real estate. I probably ended up in Flight Centre longer than I wanted to. But again, it was such a good job and I enjoyed it. I got to I suppose, the highest I could go in Flight Centre before I'd got pulled away from sales. And that wasn't really what I wanted to do. I wanted to stay, face to face, talking to people. I love people. That's my thing.
Yep.
So for me, it was like, okay, this is time now. I'm not really getting the thrill that I was getting from Flight Centre anymore. So we did PB everything that month, and I just didn't feel anything at the end of it. And I went to my area leader and was like, I'm going to real estate,
nice.
and came over. So 2 years ago this month, actually.
Yeah, that's crazy. So you've been in real estate for 2 years and you're kicking some serious goals, which we'll get into in a bit. But you said before, like, real estate was always the end goal. Like, so what, you knew you wanted to be a real estate agent early on? Yeah,
so I knew, like I said, once I discovered I was good at sales, like I was never really smart in school. Like I'm not textbook smart.
No, we don't have to be.
You know what I mean? So it was like, okay, well, what am I going to be good at? I'm not textbook smart. Didn't feel smart, if that makes sense. So when I started doing really well at sales and people responded really well to me, then I was like, okay, this is going to be, what I'm really going to push.
Yep.
And I knew exactly at 18, exactly where I was going to be at 30, and I'm exactly where I knew I was going to be at 30.
And that's why you chose sales, is it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So real estate was, I suppose, the highest you really could go in sales, where I could still be talking to people.
Yeah.
And the houses, I suppose, is something that I'm now really getting into as well.
For sure. Real estate's such a great game.
Yeah.
Such a good business. Like it's just the improvement game.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Definitely.
If people want to, hang out with you for 4 weeks, they're going to have to like you.
Yeah.
They're going to want to be around you. They're going to want to feel some energy from you, which is obviously what is happening with your clients, because you're getting a lot of listings right now. You're doing extremely well. So you've been with us for 12 months?
12 months in July, yeah.
Yeah, and you started where in real estate?
So I first started with Remax.
Remax, yeah.
Yeah. So it was good. It was good to learn sort of the traditional way of doing real estate.
Yep.
And then I went over to Bell, which was more marketing. And then obviously I came to Freedom.
Yep.
For me, it was that culture. I'd come from a culture with Flight Centre where we all worked on the same team. So for me, I was really just trying to find that culture and a team that I wanted to achieve with, and
awesome.
work hard together.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when you were at Bell Property. I don't remember you from Remax, but I remember when you went to Bell Property and I used to, because like the leader of that team at the time, they did funny videos, and I remember watching you do funny videos, and I was just like, ooh, like cringe.
Just not me, no.
I was just like, what are you doing? And then, we had a couple of chats about it, and I was just like, keep it classy.
Yeah.
And then you've come here, and I think you've found like your vibe.
Yeah.
I think you've found like, what works, and you're very big on the systems, aren't you? So you love our system that you just know where people are at. So it's, you're definitely in the right place at the moment to take this thing to as big as you want it to be, really.
Yeah,
so it's
definitely
exciting. What's your favorite part of real estate?
Definitely, obviously the people, being able to sit down in people's homes and really get to know them at a different level. At Flight Centre, it was across the desk and you're getting to know them. So being in people's homes and really getting to see the whole new level of their lives. And the flexibility. So the fact that I've been able to I've got a 4-year-old, so the fact I can spend that time with him. Yeah. For example, today I've got a 6 o'clock appraisal, so I'll be out till 8 maybe, or listing appraisal, sorry.
Yeah.
So I started later today so I could have the morning with him because I won't have tonight with him. So
it's crazy.
Flexibility. Yeah, it's exciting.
Like the numbers that you're doing at the moment with also having a 4-year-old at home.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy. It's like, good on you. You're a super mum, and you're killing it in sales. So, there is opportunity out there again. Like, again, you might have just affected somebody there by letting them know. They might think, oh, no, I've got a child at home and real estate's not for me, but it can be done.
100%. If anything, it's better. You're not locked into, 9 to 5. You can have that flexibility and work around your child a lot more, and then obviously build a future for them too.
Seriously.
100%.
That's so awesome. I got my little river at home, 6 months old. So I'm loving it. It's awesome. Like we work all day and we hustle and we get stuck in, and then you get home and you see Hunter and I see River, and it's just like,
this is why you do it.
So good. Good. So that's awesome.
Gives you a whole new purpose.
Seriously. Seriously. So what's working well for you at the moment?
I would probably say social media. So my ads, I'm getting a lot of people clicking onto those ads and, putting in their details. What's my property worth? So I'm getting at least 2 of those a week at the moment. So I'm finding that that's now paying off, me doing those ads every month. And the marketing as well. So making sure that, you're still in your patch and you're still marketing your patch 100%.
For sure. Yes, those digital campaigns that you do throughout social media that like you have to feed them, like at the start, like it takes a while. I think I see people like start these digital campaigns and they're like, oh, I'm not getting anything. And I'm like, just hang in there, hang tight, because it's just, you're like feeding this like, I don't know, audience that you're speaking to all the time. And then eventually things start happening for you because they may not need you right now.
Yeah.
But after you hit them with the 15th, 20th video, they know who you are. And they're like, actually, I'm thinking about doing something soon. I might get Emma to tell me what my house is worth.
Yeah. And they already feel like they know you. Like I had a lady call me and brought me in, and she was so excited to meet me from my ads.
So good.
She already felt like she knew me. So that's perfect.
Yeah, like old school real estate, like it was all about building. It's always been about building relationships. Everything's about building relationships, but there's a way to build relationships now without even speaking to people. Like we're speaking to people right now for sure, but like speaking to them one-on-one, like ideally I'd be speaking to my client, but my client, I know I can't speak to you right now, but I can't wait to work with you. I, love your house. So if I'm talking to you, Mr. Seller, then you know what I mean? But like, that's what you can do now. This is the future that we're in, like we can build these relationships without even being in front of people,
literally.
So and what challenges are you facing right now? What's been the hard part for you?
The hard part for me is going up against agents that aren't, I suppose, offering the same as what we're offering sometimes, and maybe are trying to be, I suppose, a cheaper option.
Your discount agents, get out of here, come
Literally.
on.
And I get so passionate because they're not getting the best prices. So when you're seeing it and you're like, oh, if you just spent that little bit more money to go with me, I would have got you an extra 100K.
Yeah.
So it's just, that's me not getting too passionate about the prices and what they.
But that's it. But that's in any industry. You know,
Yeah.
there's always going to be people that are going to undercut people because they need to.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Yeah.
a reason why your competitors are sometimes cheaper than you.
Yeah.
They have to be
Yeah.
because there's no other way they're going to get the business.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes it comes down to explaining that to a seller.
Yeah.
You know, like Mr. and Mr. Seller, you want 700,000 for your house.
Yeah.
I understand that I might charge, 3%. This other agent is charging 2%. The difference between us is actually $7,000, and I believe that my campaign, my negotiation skills, my team, the plan that I've put in play for you here is going to make you a lot more than $7,000.
Yeah.
But if it can't, I'm happy to be negotiable with my commission.
Yeah.
But let me earn my commission. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's not necessarily about the discount agent. It's about how good our presentation
And we're
is.
selling it the way we're selling it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And it's about educating that seller, So, there's a reason why people are cheaper in anything. You're going to get what you pay for at the end of the day. And if an agent can't even negotiate their own commission,
Yeah.
probably not the person you want standing in front of your buyer at the
Wow.
end of the day.
Yeah.
So you've got it covered. But this is the game you're in now. You've been selling real estate for 2 years. You're doing some amazing numbers, and you're going to be one of the best real estate agents in the Redland City in no time. But it's just about learning all of these things now.
Yeah.
Just soaking in it and just keep progressing. What are your goals?
My goal is I want to create a little Emma Miller army.
Nice.
So I suppose one thing that really shocked me when I came into real estate was, which is another reason that I'm here learning from you, is the level of customer service in the industry. Like we're dealing with some of the people's biggest assets, and there is no customer service at all. So I want to create my own little Emma Miller army that's just going to go out, and they're going to be agents that look after our people, offer customer service and appreciate, what we're doing for these sellers.
Definitely.
And have one best way with my real estate
That's
team.
it. Sounds good to me, and that's what this is. We're in the service industry, like we're looking after these people and we're focusing on the work rather than the commission.
Exactly.
Commission will come, the sale will come, but that's not why we're here. We're here every day, doing the things that we do, and hoping that eventually that will turn into those sales, So you're on the right track there. And so it's been 2 years since you started. Is real estate moving the way that you thought it was going to, or is it happening quicker than you thought? Like, where are you at the moment?
Well, if this agent's listening, an agent first told me when I first started that I need to walk before I run. So that's something that I get, want to be the best straight away.
Yep.
So I'm pretty happy with where I'm at after 2 years. I do think that you can always be doing better. I think if I started at Freedom and started what I'm doing now with my systems and my buyers and just being all over my business as much from day one, I'd be in a whole different place right now after 2 years.
Yeah.
But everything happens for a reason.
Definitely.
And I've learned what I've learned from what I've done. So I'm pretty proud. Obviously, I'd be stoked to see where I'm at after 5 years.
Yeah. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised where you're at the end of this year, because, the numbers that we spoke about at the start of the year, you're going to far, do even better than that, So it's an exciting year for you this year. So you just got to keep rocking it, just keep going hard. Just while we're here, just for a nice little plug, why have you chose Freedom?
Why did I choose Freedom? Like I said, culture obviously is a huge thing, and systems and structure, again, something that I noticed coming into the industry that there wasn't one best way. Like we're all doing different things. Like agents are all doing different things to the agent sitting next to them. And that's not, a uniform business, especially it's not a good business for the seller. So one thing that I love about Freedom is everything's one best way. If you come list with me or list with Josh, you're going to get that same service. And then obviously the system is allowing us to be all over our business. Like I know exactly what my buyers are doing, what my sellers are doing. And it's not something that I'm having to think about. It's just happening for me through the system.
There you go. Nice. Emma, it's been awesome.
Thank you.
I think, someone out there has just watched that and they're probably going to approach you. They
Yeah.
should,
Yeah.
reach out to Emma. She can tell you a little bit more about her story. We'll probably get you back on this show in 12 months and just see what you've done. All right.
Yeah, it'll be exciting.
So thank you for coming in.
Awesome. Thanks, Josh.
Legend. Thank you.